Let's talk about the device panel in Bitwig Studio. You've actually seen parts of it already. Let's go to one of the tracks. For this one, maybe I want to choose an instrument track. And if we take a look at the bottom part of the screen, this is now the mixer, but this area, this panel is actually very flexible. It can change into a couple different panels, one of which is called the device panel. Now, to get the mixer out of view, I just need to close it up using the letter M on my keyboard, or I could just use this view toggle, the mixer panel toggle, to hide it. And like the mixer has an M on the keyboard, the device panel has a letter D on the keyboard. And what we're looking at right now is instrument 3 with a red bar on the left. So that corresponds with the track header that I'm on, instrument 3, red bar. So we're looking at the inside of track number 3 now. There are no devices at this moment, so we're going to need to put an instrument on the track. And this is the place where we do that, in this area. This is where we insert the instrument so we can use it. You find your instruments in the browser. Let me just double click on the Bitwig Instruments folder right here so that it opens up. And I'll just go grab the Polysynth instrument. There's a couple ways I can use it. I can drop it onto tracks in the arrange or just straight onto the device panel. In normal circumstances, you'd need audio effects to be placed on audio tracks instead of instruments. But the other way around, you can of course use audio effects on instrument tracks. So for example, if I need a compressor behind my polysynth, that's no problem of course. Or a little equalizing maybe. There's an EQ5. So that's that. If I select a device and then hit the delete key or the backspace on my keyboard, that gets rid of it. Like so, just as you would expect. And in case you don't want to travel all the way to the browser to add an effect or an instrument, you just right click your mouse and you get this menu with all the available devices. So if you want to work a little faster and you need, let's say, a little equalizing on your track, you just pick the EQ5, for example. Drop it on there, compressor. All right, instead of having to go back to the browser all the time. Let me quickly show you that other way of creating a track with a device on it. In this case, let's pick an instrument. How about the E-kick? If I just drag it onto the arrangement timeline, you'll see that a new track will be created. It's going to be named the E-kick after the instrument. There you go. There's the track. There's a device panel that opens up with the E-kick on it. And once again, if I do that with an audio effect, let's do something weird, like a chorus. Just drop it on the track and it'll appear right there on the device panel. I don't think it makes any sense to put a chorus on a kick, so I'll delete that. It would make sense on a synth track, and this shows you I can also drop it in between the other effects. So that is the device panel for the tracks. There's also a different view for the device panel that is in the mixer, and we're going to have a look at the mixer right now.